I had a young lady who interned with us one summer, and she came to me at the end of the summer and she said, Mr. Vann, I'm so sorry, but this is just not for me. And I said, wow, there's nothing to be sorry about. You're so much smarter than most of your peers because you got one thing you can check off your list, that I'm not going to do that. I said, it's not just about finding what you want to do. Part of that is finding what you don't want to do to narrow that list down. Now, with 700 companies in that slipstream, if you don't fit here, I know all these other guys and they know me, right? And so I can say, look, little Julie or little Jack's not going to work at Livingston A, but I think they'd be a great fit at Siemens. You know, Roger, why don't you take a look at them? Or, you know what, Mark Rollinger at Bosch, why don't you take a look at them? So now they're part of a community of manufacturers. They're going to fit somewhere in our space if that's what they want to do. And if you can imagine that being bigger, where north of town it might be medical and east of town it might be aerospace, and that each one of these hubs of competency rose out of these local areas, then we could begin to path them through those local competencies as well. We've got a kid here in South Charlotte who's an expert in medical. She doesn't belong down here. We need him up north of town. We need you guys involved in letting this kid go up there. We got a kid north of town who's a great mechanical engineer. We'd like to have him come down in our machine shop after 2:30 in the afternoons when it's closed. We'd like to have him coming down here and get access to this. So if you can imagine that we could build a hub where these spokes of the hub would all connect ultimately to the center hub. And that center hub would be smart enough to move these kids around to where their passions were becoming evident. And knowing that we had these different centers of competency within the region, we could say, hey, you're really good at this. You know what? You need to be going here.